Everyone, welcome back. I promised you guys that I would have probably done more Android 11 reviews on other devices, and I finally did it. I installed Android 11, the beta 1, publicly available. You can install this on any Pixel 3a right now, and we're going to take a look at it on the Pixel 3a. Now, this isn't a crazy big update by any means in terms of the features that it brought, but I think it was a really interesting one for sure, and this was the update size, so it was only like 1.34 gigs, which I've used Android phones for many years, obviously, and I still own a lot of them. I own more Android phones than I own iPhones right now, and I own all the iPhones. But the thing is that with every single update, it's hard for me to find out just because I never really talked too much about Android for how much the previous updates were. So I'm going to assume I'm going to compare this to iOS. Usually iOS updates are a little bit bigger, especially going from like iOS 12 to iOS 13. But this is still a really good update nonetheless, I think, in my opinion. Now, something that is really important for this update, not only just the features, but more so of what it could potentially bring for the lifespan and just the longer lifespan that Android phones could have. So as we all know, it's kind of a given, Android phones don't last as long as iOS. But now with these updates that are just kind of incremental updates, going from Android 10 to Android 11, since it's not that big of an update and it doesn't require too many resources, and on top of that, it could even make older phones faster, I think it's a really important thing if manufacturers like Samsung and LG and even OnePlus, maybe even Pixel lineup, if they can go and expand their lineup to the previous phones as well, I think that would be a really cool thing. With the Google Pixel phones, I mean, the original Pixel stopped getting support, and I think it could have easily supported the software. It doesn't seem that crazy. And I'll go ahead and show you guys something really interesting. So I ran this benchmark on Android 10. Obviously, you can see right here, Android 10 Pixel 3a. This was just yesterday, I think. And you can see that, or 2 days ago, and this was 276 for my single core score, 1041 for my multi-core score. Now I reran it just 20 minutes ago, not even, and this is the score that I got right after. So still my Pixel 3a, still Android 11. I got 338 for the single core score, and then 1231 for my multi-core score. So it definitely went up. I truly believe that Android 11 does kind of increase the speed for my older phones. So I have my Pixel 2, I have my Pixel 3a. This isn't extremely old, but still, you guys know what I mean. And even just kind of sliding through and kind of maneuvering through things, it doesn't really feel too much smoother, I'm not going to lie, but just knowing the fact in the back of my head that it didn't really, decrease the speed is really cool. And the fact that this is the first beta, it's actually been extremely stable. I've been running the beta on my Pixel 2 for a while, and it runs perfectly fine. I haven't really had too many issues. I had like one issue, but it totally fixed now. Now, it's not a perfect update. There's some weird things too, like they took out the kill all button at the bottom, so you have to manually swipe out of every single one. But they did give us a screenshot button, a select button so you can select text from one tab to the other, and a share button too, which I think is really cool. I think it's kind of needed, but again, it's a little weird. Another really cool thing is that within dark mode, even just within light mode, they actually changed up a little bit of these icons, so they're a little bit smoother now, which is really cool. I don't know how many people are really going to utilize it too much or to notice it, but I think it's a really cool thing that they added. So whether you realize it or not, I think that's a kind of a cool thing. Also, another really cool thing is in the power menu, they actually changed it up. So usually a little tab will come out to the side and it will say like power or reset or whatever the other settings were. Now we actually have this type of settings panel where it's just a black box. You have your same options up here. You have your credit card here or whatever if you want to do Google Pay. So you have that capability here. Now in this little box, basically all your Google Home connected devices like your Google Nest and whatever other things you have like that will pretty much show up here, which is a really cool thing. So it's a little bit more capability, and I think that's a really cool thing that Android 11 brought. It's just a couple more features here and there, but again, at the same time, maybe they could have gone and added a ton of more features. They could have changed up everything, and I think they're probably going to do that at some point. And I know on Android you can still go and put on a different launcher and things like that, but the system UI things like the status bar and the settings panel, things like that, those don't change unless you go and custom ROM your phone, and I don't think anybody's really going to custom ROM their Pixel 3a since it's still supported, so that's kind of one thing to keep in mind. But overall, if you have a Pixel 3a, I would definitely recommend staying on Android 10 still, but just know that you do have the capability of going to Android 11 if you want to, which that in and of itself is a really cool thing. I don't really think anybody should go to beta 1 yet, but just know that so far for me, I mean, I've had it on my phone for a day, and I haven't really had too many issues, and usually I can tell if there's an issue immediately because I've been using these phones for a long time, but it's been pretty stable so far, which I'm really happy to admit. Battery life should probably be the same too, but I'll report on that in a couple of days. But that's really pretty much it, guys. If you have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those things are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys could check it out. More importantly than everything else, love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.